Bitcoin, last week when it was trading up here, we told you it would pull back here. Now this pullback target, that would be a daily volume weighted average price where we'd expect the daily chart to try to hold a higher low. Since it failed, the entire daily chart market stopped out.
Let me explain further. Take an anchor VWAP.
Come to your chart. We're going to anchor to this low here. We're going to change the settings to low. Whenever we're looking at bullish moves or moves going up, you anchor to the low. I'm going to add a few more VWAPs because that's just what I do. I've now added 3 volume weighted average prices to the bottom of this low. Everyone was long. Market had not yet tested volume weighted average prices, one being here, 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 which ultimately makes up this entire pullback zone. So last week or whatever, as the market goes up, and I know that it hasn't tested this volume weighted average price zone, we told everyone the market was up here, we're going to pull back to here. But you see how it ended up tanking even further because it failed to hold a higher low in the pullback zone. The daily volume weighted average price is simply just an area where we expect the price to come back to, because it's a volume weighted average price zone, and then this would be the daily chart higher low expected zone. Since it failed to hold a higher low, ultimately everyone just did what? Stopped out that was buying this long move up. So now what? Now we're going to take a VWAP. We're going to anchor to the high of the move. We're going to go into the settings. We're going to change the settings to high because when you're doing bearish moves, you're anchoring to the high. We're going to add a couple more here, here, and here. Bing, bang, boom. What's that tell us? That tells us our next counter target is this box. So what do we expect? We expect basically from here or whenever Bitcoin is ready to put in a temporary bounce, the market will bounce back to this zone. This zone is actually going to calculate lower for each new daily candle because the VWAPs are anchored to daily candles. So ultimately you expect Bitcoin to bounce back up into that zone and then have resistance and lower high. If there was no lower high to be met, then yeah, you might reverse it higher. But ultimately, for the time being, you're going to look for the markets to retrace into there and then look for resistance down. Say the market does not go up to here and it does a false bounce and then it drops out lower. That means this will become the new anchor point and we'll add new VWAPs down from here, and then we would just look for a counter retrace to somewhere there. So it does depend whether we bounce now. If so, we'll go here. If it does a false bounce and drops out, we have a new anchor point starting there.